Hello everybody, welcome back. This is Stefan playing Stellaris, and today we're going to continue on with episode 2 of our tall challenge on Grand Admiral. So let's begin. So last we left off, we were in a pretty good situation. We have discovered quite a nice amount of choke points over in our region of space, and today I hope to discover some neighbors. Otherwise, we're going to continue expanding and exploring. We're also going to have to keep an eye out on the leaders so that we can get either a particles physicist or a void bore engineer. That way we actually have a greater chance of getting the technology needed to actually get the megastructures. And for that, we need star fortresses in the engineering department and 0 point in the physics department. We're going to need starports a lot earlier because that's what we need for habitats, but not getting 0 point will severely limit us if we don't get it early enough. So let's see how this rolls. And actually, I think I'm going to cancel the Eye of Hawking starbase in favor of getting a starbase over in Issus because it has quite a bit more natural resources in it.
Research concluded.
Alright, we got our field generation, and now we can get our fusion reactors going. We're going to have to rush the reactors tree as well so that we can get 0 point. Now, there's going to be 2 limiters on 0 point. The first is getting to antimatter reactors, which is easy enough, but then we also need to actually get to the tier 4 technologies. That means that we're going to have to research a certain amount of tier 3s. And tier 3 technology is technology that has a base cost of 3,000 or more. And to get tier 3 technology, we need tier 2 technology, and that's 1,000 or more. So basically we're going to have to rush the most expensive technologies that we can. And the same holds true for engineering, because star fortresses are actually tier 3 technology. So that's going to be the plan. As for anomalies, I'm going to leave them on screen so you can read them out if you want, but we're not going to go for them just yet since we do need information on the systems first and foremost. Now, once we have this area of space fully surveyed, we can actually go ahead and start researching the anomalies. That process should start by the end of the episode.
Initial colonization phase complete.
Okay, we have also gotten the bronze medallion all up and colonized. And so first thing we're going to need to do is build a nice little temple. That's going to override the one food, but food isn't too important, so we can take that sacrifice.
Anomaly found.
If I'm not mistaken, this particular anomaly will grant us Titanic life. And Titanic life is going to be pretty good for armies and society output on this one planet. However, it's a very low habitability size 13 world. Now we can deal with this size 13 world because it doesn't have all the detriments attached to it, but that one will barely be worth it. And so we're going to build a colony ship for Algol, but not quite for Padma. We also got another tradition going, databank uplinks. That's going to allow our science ships to actually be useful after we're done exploring the nearby territory. Now we also get the plus 10% research speed bonus, and in fact we're going to make that even better with technological ascendancy. That way, we get a total 20% bonus to our technology research. It's going to really help us out. Alright, looks like we got our first faction going. The Internal Development Coalition. So we can see that they demand prosperity, solid liquidity, and strategic resources. Obviously, we are going to keep the peace. So that means that the next tradition tree we're going to go for is prosperity. And we're also going to want to store at least 3,000 energy. So that's going to be a focus. For now they have 100% support, and that means that if we appease them, they're going to grant us 2 extra influence, and that's going to really help us expand.
Situation log updated.
Okay, looks like we got some sublight exploration probes going on. And yeah, we were actually stupid enough to send out sensitive information. Why would we ever do this? Well, let's hope they don't spawn in inopportune locations. I mean, that's not too bad. Also, if there's a subspace anomaly or something over here, that means that this path is going to get pretty much cut off. And that may or may not be good depending on what empire is going to come over here. So first thing we're going to want to do is actually go for Most Havan. That is the closest system to our fleet, and that's probably the most important one because we're actually going to take this over. Oof. Okay, so it looks like we got two factions going, one after another. And these guys want harmony. Okay, okay. Obviously, these guys are going to be pretty easily pleased with mind over matter. However, that is going to be our 5th Ascension perk. And that's not going to really come into play for quite some time. Since pacifists are the biggest supportive faction, we're going to go for prosperity first, and then maybe harmony next. But to be honest, these aren't too bad. In fact, I would have gone for harmony either way after discovery. But looks like it's going to be the 3rd tree. Okay, so we have an iron trail in Mosthavan. That means that it's basically not going to do anything for now. So we can go ahead and check out that system, or that system. We're not going to get over here in quite some time. Okay, we also have our colony ship going, and so we can go ahead and colonize Algol. Now, this isn't the best planet, but it's going to serve well. And so, Algol 3 will be renamed the Winder Algae. Because why the hell not? Okay, we have some salvagers. What do you want, alien? This probe ours. Salvage. We find first. You leave now. Yes, interrupting delicate operations, your ships are. Must concentrate. Or if you want probe, we can sell. 100 credits and probe yours. Good deal. Very good. Get the probe, less work for us, everybody wins, especially us. Okay, so we have a choice. Either we engage them, or we buy the probe for 100 credits. Honestly, I'm not too opposed to just buying it outright. I mean, we don't really have a big fleet right now, so turning them hostile won't really benefit us that much. Very good, very good. We read the probe into your core. May a bit banged up. There's accidental collision towards our salvage operation. Maguire fell on controls. Clumsy oaf. But the probe is still in good condition. No refunds. We depart now. Alright, the probe is transferred. And we get a survey on Mosthavan, a system we have already gotten. And so Mosthavan, we're just gonna build a station. Now if I've gotten with a more aggressive approach, we wouldn't be able to do that. And we would have likely lost our construction ship. And that would be like 75 minerals. And that's not worth it. I'd rather spend 100 credits than 75 minerals. Alright, we got Winder Algae getting colonized. Awesome. Now, once we have enough minerals, we can actually start building some starports over that and producing more energy. Okay, birth of space piracy. The Void Serpents. Okay, so they're actually in the same system as our ships. Let's avoid them. Actually, we can just avoid them and raid their space station. Now, I have tested it out. The first wave of pirates actually does fall off faced with a single starport. So that's going to be just fine. Alright, so yeah, they're going to go ahead to Galapon and engage the system. And they're going to fail. Also, we have lost the Bronze Medallion to bureaucracy. The two major critical parts of the Bronze Medallion has fallen behind in infrastructure maintenance and accommodation services. People live in rather bleak conditions and will not tolerate it for long. Remedying these problems will cost us time and effort. I've never seen this happen, but that is pretty cool. And so yeah, we have raided the pirate station, and we've gotten 80 minerals and 50 energy credits. Awesome. Now we can send our fleet in for repairs, because we're not going to be dealing with whatever is here with a banged up fleet. Alright, looks like we simply discovered a sublight probe over in the Quebduran system. That means if we recover the probe, it'll survey the whole system, and that'll be quite nice. Also, we can see that the pirate fleet has lost all of their ships, and our station is still intact.
Research concluded.
Okay, we have gotten our fusion power going, and now we're actually going to have to go for either improved deflectors or improved reactor boosters. That is because they are both tier 2 technologies. I would have liked to have gone for global energy management, considering that soon enough we're going to get 2 unity out of the energy grid with the prosperity tree. But whatever, let's go for improved deflectors. Okay, let's see. No good leaders just yet. So right now the biggest chance of a system getting claimed by another empire is Marath. And I really would rather not lose this little cluster of stars, and so we're going to go ahead and try and take that over as soon as possible. Now at this point we can actually get some starports going. We can also get a nice trading hub going on our Sol station. Alright, we got our traditions going. So since the Internal Development Coalition is only at 50%, that means that adopting the traditional prosperity tree will actually increase it by only 7%. We need 60% happiness to actually get the influence from the faction, and so instead, we're going to go for the Conclave of Spiritual Redemption. Now the support for spiritualists should be higher than expected. That is due to the fact that every single Hollow Temple increases ethics attraction by 30%, and that is on a planetary basis. So that means that there's really going to be more spiritualists than there are expected with this number. So with traditions, we can go for Harmony. Harmony will actually provide us with quite a bit more bonuses than the Prosperity tree. So let's go for that. And now we're getting 0.9 influence from this one faction.
Research concluded.
Alright, we got our assembly patterns going. Now we're actually going to have to go for carrier operations because that's the only tier 2 technology. That's quite a shame. Okay, looks like we got a natural wormhole going. So this means that taking this area of space will actually be quite strategic. If we're lucky, this wormhole will lead to an area of space not yet taken over. And it's very possible that we can get some resources from that. We also have our 2 star bases, and we can start going for trading hubs. That means that we can actually meet the liquidity requirement of the Internal Development Coalition. Because even if we're not going to get the bonuses from 60% happiness, we can still have the bonus from extra happiness for the 8 pops that are in this faction. Okay, we also have another colony over at Winter Algoy. It's actually going to pump out quite a few energy credits, but we're going to have to build a temple. Okay, looks like we got our first encounter over in Hades, so we can investigate that. Now, it will waste 5 months of research, however, we will not get the negative 20% modifier from having them contact us. So we're gonna go for that. We also have some research going on. Improved deflectors are finally ours. And so now we can go for AI colony ships. Even though we're pretty much done colonizing, as far as I can see. It's still going to help us out with habitats. Plus, it is tier 2, and that is the main reason. Okay, so we found the Jazgavaz Democratic Dominions. Let's see what we get. So they're spiritual seekers, just like us. And they don't look too bad. I bring greetings from the Revered Elder Wings of White, the elected leader of the Jazgavaz Democratic Dominions. We believe in the right of all sapient beings to fulfill their individual spiritual needs, and we trust that the enlightened species such as yourself will share their sentiment. New friends brings one closer to divinity. And we have our first alien encounter. This changes everything. Indeed it does. They're cordial, so we can form a non-aggression pact right away. Now, their fleet power is superior, and I intend for it to stay that way. Eventually, I hope to completely rid ourselves of our fleet, and they will just grant us a guarantee of independence. That way we can pretty much get a defensive pact, except we're not going to be paying the influence, and if someone attacks them, we don't have to do anything. So overall, this is quite fortunate. However, that does mean that we're going to have to start expanding over in their direction to claim as many systems as possible from them. Because it does look like they're trying to expand over in this direction.
Research concluded.
We also have some off-world trading companies going, and that's going to be really helpful for the 2 stations that we're going to dedicate solely to that. Now for society, we're not really going to care too much, so we're pretty much going to just go for the best techs. And right now it's planetary unification. Alright, so we've actually finally finished exploring the core of the systems that we wanted to. So right now I'm going to send the science ship to go and check out this thing. And after that, we can start actually researching the anomalies. Okay, it looks like we got pretty much the worst thing we could have gotten. The Subspace Anomaly.
Situation log updated.
The Subspace Anomaly is a cruiser with 500 power. And that's pretty much going to block us for quite some time. But that's fine. This territory is enough to play around with. And unless there were like size 20 something planets over in this region of space, this is not too bad. Awesome, so we have claimed the system, and now we can start claiming more off. So right now our borders seem pretty damn secure. And with this science ship I can just go ahead and start researching anomalies. Just like this. So we have Wa aliens, and we have a transmission from the modified probe. Let's see what they say.
Are you the makers? Yes, we made you. And you should lie.
Evading hostiles.
Okay, that's actually very weak. So we can just send our fleet over. We're also going to have to investigate this alien menace.
Research concluded.
We also got another technology. And now we're going to have to go for improved corvette hulls because that's the most expensive technology in the list. We've also gotten our traditions. And so right now I kind of want to go ahead and go for Utopian Dream. So we're going to get the greater good and get some reduced unrest. Obviously, this is a very happy place. So there's not going to be any unrest realistically. Okay, this is new. Alien machine. Further scans suggest that the machine is still operational, though its purpose remains entirely unclear. Science officer Meminus has never seen anything like it. Some of the materials look familiar, but some are strange and utterly alien as the design and components. The machine has appeared to be a console, and with one item in particular standing out, a large crooked lever of unknown material. So we can either pull the lever or take it apart and get quite a bit of resources out of it. Now, it's rational to not pull the lever and just take it apart and get some resources out of it. But fuck it. It is unclear what happened when the machine's lever was pulled. The console flickered, powerful vibrations could be felt, and then a wave of energy surged from the machine, expanding outwards into deep space. The scientists close by felt this wave rush past them, but experienced no other sensory evidence of its passing. Science officer Pardo Miminus is unsure what to make of it. The machine itself returned to the inactive state immediately thereafter and no longer returns any energy readings. So right now we can take it apart and get even more resources, or we can research the machine and get a very powerful 7 physics node out of it. 7 physics is going to pretty much increase our physics output by 25%. So hell yeah, we're going to do that.
An alien empire has established communications.
We've also established communications with the Balduri Foundation and their theocratic oligarchy, or slaving despots. Chief Presenter Burj-Jarasim and the rest of the religious council bids you greetings. We provide spiritual guidance to the Balduri Foundation, and our stated goal is to lead the great nation on its path to salvation. Do not cross this path, and we may live in friendship. This meeting is surely a blessing. And they're not entirely unfriendly. They're positive towards us because we're spiritualists. So basically, once we get enough resources to just give it to them, we're gonna make a non-aggression pact with them. Plus, hopefully by that time they'll expand a bit closer, and we won't have such a big penalty. Because as you can see here, the distance causes a minus 18 modifier to their relations. Of course, the fact that they're unfriendly means that they're not going to form a non-aggression pact, but if they're above 50 or something along those lines, they're going to change their mind. Yeah, they've closed their borders. We're not actually going to close our borders to them, so that they don't have a negative modifier. Also, we have infections on the Winder Algae. So that means that we're going to get a nice little Unity monument out of it. We're going to build a hospital. And we're going to resettle this pop to the hospital. And we're going to heal the pop. This is very easy. Also, we got pirate treasure. That's going to be a nice boost to our economy. And yeah, we have healed this pop. Are we going to have to heal this pop? Yep. Infectious. The last of the infected on Winter Algae is no more. It appears that the disease cannot spread to any new hosts at this point. The scourge is over. And so this is now Plague Memorial.
Research concluded.
We're going to get quite a bit of unity out of that. We also have extra colony development speed, and we can go for cold fusion reactors. Okay, so we can finally attack the sublight probe. Awesome. We also have a mummified pilot. Also awesome.
Initializing
Boom, boom, boom.
protocols. Another day, another scientific breakthrough.
Oh, Varloom Virtual Reality Center. Looks like we're actually gonna get to some of the precursor stuff.
Log updated.
We have also destroyed the probe, and we now know of this system. We also got another technology going, and now I guess we can go ahead and get an adaptive bureaucracy going. After 3,000, I'm going to hire another science ship, and once we get habitats, I'm going to be hiring as many science ships as I can. That is because assisting research will provide a nice 20 to 30% bonus to the research capacity of each habitat, and I wouldn't mind that. Okay, we got star patterns over in OSSEC B. Latest sensor readings from the OSSEC B shows the star pulsating regularly, but when the crew of the ISS Gallius arrived on there was no evidence to support the data. While most of the crew are in agreement that the anomaly was caused by a sensory malfunction, Aggressiveness discards the theory. Aggressiveness claims to have discovered similar pulsating energy patterns elsewhere and now fears that something strange is happening to the galaxy's stars. He has charted the course of the nearest affected star. Yeah, we're gonna get to the bottom of this. Also looks like these guys now have a ideology causes belly on us. That sucks, I guess. Hopefully we don't get into war with these guys. I hope to befriend them. Also, now we're about 11 years in from when we started. And now it's quite evident that we're in a pretty good spot. We're going to be able to claim all of these systems within the next episode, and later start expanding into habitats. That is, of course, if we get lucky enough and actually get the technology we need. So if you guys enjoyed the video, please leave a like. And if you want to see more, please subscribe, because I will be pumping out the next episode within a few days. So see you guys in the next one. Bye bye.